Imagine you're sitting at a dinner table when suddenly your partner says, "I guess your ideas just don't make sense." It's casual, almost a joke, but you feel that sting, that verbal jab you barely noticed. What if I told you that most of us face this kind of sneaky verbal attack daily, and worse, we don't even realize it? Suzette Haden Elgin's The Gentle Art of Verbal Self-Defense pulls back the curtain on these hidden battles, showing you how to spot and disarm them before they plant poison. You might think verbal attacks are loud and obvious, but often they're disguised, cloaked in casual remarks or a smile. Understanding these subtle hits is your first line of defense. Janice, a marketing manager in Seattle, faces a familiar scene. Her ideas are cute, but never taken seriously by her team. Her boss's comments sound polite, but each cute feels like a shove down the ladder. Elgin uses Janice's story to show how verbal abuse isn't just shouting. It's those little put-downs that chip away at your confidence. Elgin introduces 5 verbal modes: the placater who always appeases, the blamer who points fingers, the distractor who changes the subject, the computer who relies on cold logic, and the leveler who speaks honestly and clearly. Think of them as characters in a play. Once you know the script, you can predict and respond rather than react in confusion. Once Janice learned to identify the blamer's pattern, she stopped feeling like a punching bag. Recognizing these modes gives you back control over conversations. It's like finally seeing the magician's tricks. You're no longer fooled, you hold the power, and the verbal knives lose their edge. So you spot the attack, now what? Elgin's 12 rules act like a tactical playbook, turning you from target to verbal ninja, ready to respond with calm and precision. In one story, a teacher in Chicago faces a hostile parent every week. Elgin's rule number 4, don't rise to accusations, changes everything. Instead of fighting back, she calmly repeats facts. The parent's rage fizzles, leaving room for reason. This rule isn't about retreating, it's about setting a tone that derails aggression. Elgin compares verbal self-defense to a lighthouse in a storm. Your responses have to be solid and concrete, guiding the conversation safely to shore. Abstract defenses like, "You're being unfair," don't hold water, but facts like, "Here, what happened," create clear boundaries that even blamers have to respect. Tone and body language are the secret sauce. Elgin advises making your voice bolder but still non-threatening. Imagine your words as firm, confident footsteps across a creaky floor. You want people to hear you, respect your space, but not feel alarmed. It's the fine art of being both strong and gentle. Beyond defense, Elgin points to the big picture, breaking the cycles of verbal abuse that trap us, especially in gender dynamics and workplaces prone to tension. Elgin lays bare how women have historically been the target of verbal attacks masked as jokes or helpful advice. Take Susan, a corporate lawyer routinely interrupted and belittled. Elgin shares how recognizing these patterns helped Susan reclaim her voice, not by yelling back, but by calmly redirecting conversations and calling out disrespect with poised clarity. One of her practical tools is alternative scripts, preset responses that break down hostile patterns. Instead of reacting emotionally to a put-down, you can say something unexpected like, "Interesting point, can you explain that more?" which flips the script and forces engagement on your terms. It's like turning verbal judo, use the attacker's force against them. The ultimate payoff? Becoming a leveler, someone who communicates honestly and clearly without aggression or submission. It transforms relationships and work cultures. When you stop being a silent victim or a reactive attacker, you create space for trust, respect, and real connection, unexpectedly powerful in any battle you face. Remember Janice from that meeting? That sting she felt wasn't just in her head, it was a coded signal. Now it's your turn to listen, spot those cues, and respond with the 12 rules Elgin hands you. Next time you get a verbal jab, try this. Pause, identify the attacker's role, then answer calmly but firmly. You don't have to take the hit. You can turn poison into power. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.